knives into the dusty air. You call the big man on his bluff. You knew his secret backward stuff. You saw the scribbled markings on the cellar door. Oh, so come on out, come on out. Oh, you children, come on out, come on out. Help his children, come on out, come on out. Chickens lying on the floor and faces blink around in horror. They paid a worthy price to get their heart rates up. The cheers, they fill the canyon wall. They roar as drunken barkers call, then rest their swollen jaws inside the basement bar. Oh, so light 'em up, you Sunday cowboys. Show 'em all what you done. Tell them how you got it all out of luck. I've been burned by fireworks and left the circus at its worst, and threw my flying knives into the dusty air.
Sunday Cowboy is a deeply resonant collection of old music composed in the 21st century. The energy and images depicted are of classic American Western poetry met with the influence of Victorian splendor and Gothic nuance. A record like this could have only been assembled with a vast knowledge and understanding of both contemporary reflection of human emotion and its contextual judgment on the peoples and social constructs of yesteryear. Sunday Cowboy is about love. It's about inner singular truth, and wields an overarching theme of admiration of the people we wake up to every day. It is a collection of songs meant to be heard on a quiet, rainy afternoon for one's own personal growth and development in a world plunged in chaos. So that's my thoughts on the record, that just as a whole.
Is that part of your review?
Yes.
That's so good.
Thank you.
You're a good writer.
I'm trying, We're trying out here. Anyway, what is a Sunday Cowboy? So let's start there, right?
Well, today is Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm a cowboy. I'm just kidding. Well, that's one of the songs on the album, but it's kind of hard to put exact words to, but I can't remember if there's a similar phrase to this, but I was going for, it's a phrase when somebody is falsely saying there's something, but for example, if you were a cowboy but you just do it on the weekends, or a sheriff but you're just a part-time deputy on a Friday night or something. So it's you say you're a cowboy but you're just a Sunday cowboy. That was the idea behind the title. So it's a little bit of a jab.
A jab.
Yeah. At myself, kind of. So, yeah.
Yeah. Half Americana, half contemporary kind of alternative stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't know. This album's kind of hard to put in a genre because the beginning starts in a little bit of a different genre than the end. So I've been saying to people, if you listen to the first few songs and you don't like it because it's not your genre, just wait until middle way to the end, and it'll probably turn into something else you like. Right. So
yeah, the beginning definitely. We start with Laura anyway.
Yeah,
which isn't a song that we're playing today. Which is my favorite song on the record, of course. It always seems to
appreciate it.
Yeah, it always seems to be the.
So you just play track one and then just leave
those rustic ones. Yeah. No, the whole album is great. But it starts off in this very rustic, contemporary world, and then you even have reels, and you have interludes that are based in that traditional style of.
I mean,
music.
Laura was like is meant to be an homage to Little House on the Prairie, obviously.
Right.
Obviously, if you like listen to the words, it's like very clearly. And I used sound effects like horse and buggy, water wheel, just stuff like that to like set the mood in the beginning. And then at the end, I also ripped like a clip right from like that's Laura laughing with Pa at the end of that. It's like right from the show.
No way.
I hope I don't have any problems.
Yeah.
Haven't had any problems with it online yet. So
the ghost of Michael Landon.
It's so quick. It's like 8 seconds. So so that one, I felt it was super obvious that to be the first one because it was by far my most like lighthearted. It's just about Little House on the Prairie. I mean, what else is there to say?
Right.
That's this show I really loved as a kid. Yeah. So it meant a lot to me growing up, and I like to escape into that world sometimes in my head. So yeah.
And it's a thoughtful piece. What it actually manages to do is utilize a different melody, but makes it sounds timeless.
Well, thank you. I had fun at the end. I did some like a round with the melody, and I was like not expecting to do that or anticipating. It kind of came out of the blue when I was wrapping the song up, and I was like, what if I just, and it turned out really well, and it worked perfectly because the song is just like 2 chords, so you don't have like complicated chord stacking and causing problems. I was like, this seems like the perfect opportunity to do that. So yeah, you can't really do that live when it's just me and not like 4 other voices.
Yeah, I imagined. I thought I was wondering if you were going to play that.
That'd be
song,
hard to pull off.
That's a hard song to play.
Yeah, I need a little group of women to sing with me, but yeah.
It's a beautiful tune. But anyway, we'll talk about the tunes that we played today. Which the first one you picked was Sunday Cowboy. Tell us a little bit about that. I'll give you my take on that.
Well, so like today I tried to structure my songs somewhat in the order of how the album goes too. But so Sunday Cowboy was the first one on the order where I was like, I can play that live. And yeah, that one is like, there isn't a strict like story to it, but it's like a story song of kind of like old carnivals and how kind of like secretly corrupt they'd be on the underbelly.
Right. Yeah. You have a line in there. What was it? Big man on his bluff. You left the circus at its worst. Yeah.
So the idea, I guess, like just generally was that the head honcho was holding like all these like freak children hostage as for like stage performers. So that was with that like line about like basically you are like discovering the children in the basement by seeing like the scratch marks on the wall.
Ooh.
And that's what that line's about. And then you discover them and you're like, get out. And so you help them escape. And then the chickens lying on the floor was inspired by when we watched Nightmare Alley. And there's like the guy who like bites the heads off chickens for the carnival shows. That's what that's about. Because it's like horrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying. And so, that song's just about like how, because it's still kind of an upbeat song. And it's like, the circus is fun, but don't look underneath it.
Right.
You know?
And then I noticed in the first chorus, you're talking about the children. And then in the second chorus, you go to the cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it started from one concept and then it always just kind of bleeds and expands as I start writing. So it's never like one strict story, kind of gets a little muddled, but that's the general idea.
Right.
There's carnival sounds and stuff in there too. I found a video of an old like Barker calling.
Oh, no way.
Well. Yeah. So in the transition, I think either before or after, I think before, there's like an old Barker calling and then like children, like, a carnival sounds. To set the mood. I like to do that often. Like
kind of a
sound effects
effect.
And stuff.
Yeah. You're world building.
Yeah.
As opposed to just singing songs.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't hold me to all the things my hands do. They're just not mine. I have tried to stop them, put them in a coffin, but it just won't do. my maker, why make my mind my traitor? Why, oh my maker, why make my mind my traitor? Why, oh my maker, why make my mind my traitor? You can't hold me to all the things my hands do. They're just not mine. I have tried to stop them, put them in a coffin. It just won't do.
Well, this one, I was like, I don't write enough songs with like little riffs in them. And because I'm not like the best guitar player, I just know how to like accompany myself. And so sometimes I challenge myself to like write a little riff using something that's like there's a non-diatonic note in there. It's a little blue. And so that's where I started the song. Usually I start writing a song based on lyrics and then, but sometimes I'll be like, okay, I need this, and I'll challenge myself. So that's where that one came from. So it wasn't so much of like an inspired story or anything. I think I was writing that later in the album. I'm like, I want something still sort of folky, but it has like this darker midsection where you're kind of struggling with like your mind working against yourself and like self-sabotage. You want something, but you're gonna be your own traitor in achieving this thing. And I think so many people go through that to different, to
all
varying
the things my hands do.
Yeah, they're not mine. Yeah, that's how it feels sometimes, you know. So, yeah, that's generally what that one's about.
I think, what I envision is somebody dealing with so much strong personal feelings on the inside, but intellectually they understand, right? Like what they're going through isn't necessarily like the inner voice isn't telling them the right thing, but we end up just doing things out of our emotions, and that's kind of like what I was gathering from that whole tune.
I think it's going to mean something different to everybody because I kept the lyrics a little vague on purpose on that one. Sometimes I get super specific, but other times, you know.
That's what a good songwriter does, and that means that you're that you're accomplishing your goals. This next one though. I remember we were at the Muse this summer, and you guys, the Washingtons, had a little showcase.
Yeah.
And
that was fun.
You played this one, and I heard it for the first time. And
I had just written it then.
Yeah. I was so mad at you because usually when we have something good like this, Hannah and I are like actually songwriting buddies, and I usually hear it before everyone else.
Oh man, I've been so busy. Like I haven't kept up friendships with anybody. It's not personal.
No,
it's not.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember coming to you after the show. I'm like, why haven't I heard that song yet? After your set.
That one was definitely like a story song, obviously, but
it's a song about sacrifice, right?
Yeah, it is. So that one was inspired by like my parents got me this really nice tenor ukulele in high school for my birthday when I was like 16, and it was gorgeous and it sounded really good. It was a good ukulele, and I had it for many years, and then like last year I was like panicked about money, so I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. And like I got a good price for it, but I let it go, and I was like really immediately regretted it. And so that's I was like, I need to write about this because I'm just like mad right now. And so I tried to abstract what I was feeling in other people's experiences and come up with like what other people might feel, the same like regret of giving something away, like selling your best horse and then seeing him just get like ridden a marching band with like flappers, like abusing the horse, just like being silly, and like that was like your prize horse, and then someone's just like treating it like, you know, like a circus animal. Again, I guess that's kind of a theme throughout, but
right.
Anyways, yeah. So I think a lot of people, again, can relate to sacrifice or just generally regretting a decision. I mean,
right. Or even in songs, like we sacrifice a lot of ourselves just to be able to put, you know, little inklets of what we're really thinking into the songs. And it's like, I like to tell people, a song isn't necessarily a recording or an encapsulated being that's just like those verses. It's how you play it that day. And I just really, that song resonates with so many people. And the Magic Man, you sold The Last Breaths. Like,
yeah,
okay.
that was definitely me like thinking what would be like a ridiculous way to go, and it would be like if I was like, the only way to get money is to like be the assistant in a magic show where he cuts you in half. And so you put your trust in him, and then that's how you die.
Oh my God.
So
it just gave me all of the tragic elements and imagery of a Victor Hugo novel.
That's what I'm going for. Thank you so much.
I sold my best horse to a marching band. They kept his name but took him back to France. Them and their silly flapper girlfriends, they sat on top and made him march and dance. I sold my paintings to an architect. He paid me half and said he'd calculate the rest. Said he knew a couple Russian friends who'd help him out before the summer ends. But God, I want it back now. I want it all back now. I'll scrape together something somehow. But God, I want it back now. To an opera star. She said she'd wear 'em when she sang the harp, but only one had even got that far before she dealt 'em all for twice the marks. I sold my last breath to a magic man. His shiny teeth told me he had a plan. So I lay down just as the act began. The sword slipped out of his shaking hands. But God, I want it back now. I want it all back now. I'll scrape together something somehow. But God, dusk we watch the new puddles form in the glances. You try to keep my hands warm. Feudal natures, can we both just let them go? It's not for trying, it's not for anything we know. Hyacinth and honeybee, fair beneath the willow tree, baby's breath and bended knee. I have one heart, but I'd give you three. Red and velvet, warm as old tapestry, with your lips soft, where my hands used to be. And all along I knew it too, and now I'm crying, but it's not because of you. Hyacinth and honeybee, fair beneath the willow tree, baby's breath and bended knee. I have one heart, but I'd give you three. Three.
Talking about self-sacrifice, willing to give as much as you possibly can, you go into this other song, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which
that's
is,
I never thought of that. That's
Yeah.
a really good comparison. Yeah, like
Well,
or what do you call it?
yeah.
Like polarization of the two feelings. Yeah,
Exactly.
Interesting.
If I have only the one heart, but
Yeah.
if I could, I'd give you 3.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Dude, how'd you come up with that?
I don't know. I was like, I never write like true love songs that
Yeah.
come from me and how I'm feeling like in real life, and I don't like make them like creepy in some way or like have a dark turn. Like just a straight love song. So that one, well, obviously for Tim,
Yeah.
and we filmed a really like heartfelt music video
It's
recently
a great
with
music
that.
video.
Thanks.
If
Yeah.
you're watching this, pause this, watch that, come back.
It was my first like real music. Like I've done other music videos where it was like me filming stuff and putting it together, but the Keep the Saddle Clean music video was Tim helping me film that, and that was great. But this one is a much higher quality like camera, and so it feels like a real like music video.
I could tell just when I saw it the first time, I could see conceptually.
Yeah.
You had a vision for this one beforehand.
Yeah, I had like one specific like inspo video that I had been holding on to for like 10 years and wanted to. So I kind of like copied here a little bit, but made it our own.
Right.
So that song is like, it means a lot to me because it's like actually me being honest.
Right.
With
right.
my like, and not just like, here's a story, smoke screen. Like,
right. Well, it's about love, but it's a two-sided coin because it talks about the fleeting nature of love. And recently, you know, I've been enthralled in a relationship, and I think about how many times I've sat next to Danny and thought about all of the time that we have ahead of us and all of the time that we have together, and like looking at the end, at one point it's never going to be enough. Those good times in a way that one heart wanting to give another person three is so emblematic of that. And just you capture that, and just you have this beautiful way of putting the cherry on top of the sundae.
Thanks, the Sunday cowboy.
The sundae, putting the
That was
cherry
a
on
horrible
top
joke. I'm so
of
sorry.
the Sunday cowboy. That's
Check
a
this out.
picture for you. You know, I'm picturing like you know the George Costanza photo of him in the underwear in Seinfeld.
I love Seinfeld.
And he's got a cowboy hat on, and there's a cherry somewhere.
That should have been the album art. What was I doing?
This crap.
I know.
No, it's a great. It's beautifully merchandised.
Thanks.
It's minimal.
We got to show the back.
Yeah.
Womp.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got the Washington's logo.
It's so if you don't like personally know Hannah, like she's the type of person that shows up to gatherings like in milkmaid outfits and things like that. So
yeah, we're a little weird. I love dressing up, but
yeah. Oh yeah, when she showed up to the Christmas thing with Tim and Aaron, that's like a regular thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Drunk in the rain, showed you my paintings. It was your father, resting in stars so perfect, and you kept me sane. Was it the other, singing about Rasputin and shame? Dogs and devils, I loved the earful to hear your name, to hear it 10 times over, and to feel the same, and not the other, singing relief into your frame. Drunk in the rain, left Colorado. I sang your songs on every mile home, learn harmonies so I could be what you needed, bought the right whiskey so I could sing it without shaking. I felt my body free, melt off the years of waiting.
I remember this song. This was originally a Tim song.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And you've expanded on it and
Yeah.
built on the composition.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have anything to do with this on the album?
He plays some organ
Okay.
in it. Yeah. Let me consult. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because this lyric page actually has, beneath each song has, like, if someone played in it, there's a credit there.
Sweet.
So, Drunk in the Rain, he played his Nord Electro for the organ sound. But other than, like, so basically, it was inspired by one of his much older, like 10-year-old song called Drunk in the Rain. And I took the first line, melody and lyric, like, identical. And then from there, like, changed everything. But I wrote the song about our relationship from the beginning of our relationship. So, like, how we met, like, in Colorado, and he moved me out, and I, like, painted his dad, and, like, all the things we did when we were first, like, you know, becoming a couple. There's a lot of references in there. Like, I bought him the right type of whiskey he wanted for the campfire when we first met, and, like, I learned all the harmonies to his songs so we could jam together the first night, stuff like that. So they're all, like, real, like, references to how we became a couple using his songs.
Was
So.
Drunk in the Rain one of those songs?
I don't know. I knew all of his songs.
Yeah. It's hard.
I don't know what we sang,
not
though.
to. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a great songwriter.
Yeah. But yeah, so that one, you should go listen to Tim's old song too, because it's quite. That song is like a 3-part song. It like turns into all these.
Yeah.
Mine is much more like one track.
Right.
But I had fun with this song because I wanted to experiment with like non-rhythmic drums. So I recorded like 12 different tracks of me just like hitting different parts of the drum set and like layering them as kind of like a thunderstorm during some of those climaxes. If you hear like things being smacked and like rumbling, that's what that was, because I wanted to kind of experiment with, as the record went darker and darker, like I wanted to experiment with different instrumentation that wouldn't have fit in the beginning.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're taking it from the traditional route to the alternative route.
Yeah.
And yeah.
As it goes on. Yeah.
Keep the saddle clean. This. When was the last time you rode a horse?
Oh, I love riding horses. I was at horse camp a lot when I was a kid,
Really?
And my cousins had a lot of horses. And my like the Strickland family is like has a legacy of like horse what do you call it?
What?
Racehorse breeding, and like. But my dad doesn't like horses.
What?
So he cut off that for me. Like, I wanted so badly to like have a horse, and but my dad just hates horses, and so he didn't continue the Strickland family legacy down to me, which is like, sorry, Dad, but it's sad. And yeah, so I didn't become as much of a horse girl as I wanted to be, but I am inside.
So you are in for lack of a better term, you are an imaginary cowboy.
Yeah.
The first female inductee into the imaginary cowboy is Hannah Wyatt.
I'll accept. Yeah.
She accepts.
I accept.
That means we're going to have to get a video from Walker and inducting her into the group.
One day I'd like to be a real cowboy, but I would need $5 million to have a horse now. So
yeah, you'd need $500 to have a horse now, and you'd need to live in like 1890.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
You're okay with
I'm just kidding. But yeah, keep the saddle clean is just kind of, well, first of all, this was one of the ones, like I said before, some songs I write where I sit down and I'm like, my album needs this thing because it's missing it. That one, I was like, I need something fast, or like relatively fast, because the whole entire album is slow.
Yeah.
As are all my songs usually. So
well, it's atmospheric.
Yeah.
You know? So
I was like, I need something a little pick me up, especially when it was getting towards the end because it's getting darker. So I sat down with that idea. And this one's just kind of, it's another one that's very vague. It's not specific in the lyrics, but it's generally about the feeling of like paranoia of things from your past coming back, even though you're a different person now, and like you regret everything, and like you've moved on. You still have that like simmering like, oh my God, what if this like ruins my life again? And like, so it's kind of about that feeling, like keeping the set, like there's a line that references that, but it also kind of referencing like out damn spot, but you can't get the blood off your hands no matter how many times you wash it, like that sort of thing, that feeling. That's where that song came from.
Scene in Macbeth, you know, he's looking at his
Yeah. Yeah.
But also not making the same mistake twice.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So you're keeping things nice and tidy and clean, and you're putting your life together and everything. But still, when you go to bed at night, you like worry about stuff simmering back up. So that's what that song's about.
Train in the roundabout, it goes right through the centerfold, right through. Wait, don't take the dagger out till you are in the threshold. Don't you ice in my brandy for my fair weather skin. I want to understand, please. Just like I'm a kid. Hide from what I did. Dogs in the old boathouse, they're sniffing out the cancer now. Old hounds keeping the saddle clean, but cower what could come to light. Your always in my brandy for my fair weather skin. I want to understand, please. Just like I'm a kid. Hide from what I did. Little girl, I got the answer. Hurts a little, but you'll understand her. Generations staring back at me. Take it in, but not so literally. And learn to smile in the morning, and in a voice so subdued, say it's nice to see you. Don't mind the noise, be careful what your eyes do, and add a patient smile too. It's so easy to love you now. you're saying, what have you done? 20 years and it's not let up none. Little hands and drown, try to cope. Might be ugly, but at least it's some control. And learn to smile in the morning, and in a voice so subdued, say it's nice to see you. Don't mind the noise, be careful what your eyes do, and let a patient smile too. It's so easy to love you. It's so easy to love you. Now
Learn to smile in the morning.
So this song is, I almost didn't have this one on the record, and I'm really glad I did, because it's been like many people's favorite songs already, even though it's only been out for like a week or whatever. Like, so that was really like humbling to hear that, because I'm grateful I included it, because it was like in the trash bin. I was like almost not about to put it on.
man.
So, because it's not like my favorite. I'm a little insecure about like the writing of it. So I was like, but I'm glad I did, because it's touched people. So that's really nice. But this one's just kind of about like growing up and feeling like different, and like feeling like overwhelmed by things, but you don't know why. And then growing up and realizing like having like sensory issues and like social issues, like neurodivergency stuff is like okay, and there's like a reason for it, and there's other people like you, and there's like ways to accept it and like cater your life around, like make yourself feel more comfortable in a day-to-day life.
It's a very
like,
textured song in that way.
Yeah.
Where you're talking about simplicity, simple little aspects, right?
Yeah, I wanted to keep that one pretty vague too, because I wanted a lot of people to identify with it as well. But for me, it was more like growing up and not feeling like I wasn't part of like the popular crowd, and I wanted to be, and I didn't understand why I wasn't, and
Right.
I couldn't wrap my head around like what I bought the same clothes as them.
Right.
Why are they not, like, why am I not part of the cheerleading squad or whatever? But like,
Because you're you.
yeah, and it took, it takes time to like grow up and like accept that you're, and now I'm like totally fine with who I am. But
I can never see you ever.
Oh, I know.
with pom-poms.
oh yeah. But yeah, so that one's kind of about that, like growing up and coming to terms with like that stuff like that. So yeah.
Nice. I mean, every song on here is great. And there's just so many layers that you can, we could spend hours talking about the nuances of this whole record. But the last song you play today isn't even on the record.
No.
Now, I remember when you wrote this song.
Last year, yeah.
Last year.
It was just a one-off single. It wasn't a part of anything.
Yeah.
It was just
It's about some strong feelings.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. I don't get involved in much drama, and sometimes drama finds you. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So then you just use it to write a song.
And we don't want to see them on New Year's Eve.
No, it's fine.
Laughing up the bar the way they do.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to kind of let people know about this record that you're really proud of that we haven't touched on?
Yeah, I always forget to talk about this at every interview, but I want to talk about the PET part of this. So, like, traditional records are vinyl, and vinyl is
Not
not
sustainable.
good for
Yeah.
it's not good for the environment or for you, actually, and it like off gases, and it just puts so much chemicals into the air to create vinyl and everything. It's just, if you do some research into it, it's like staggering. So Washington's the last record they did for Tim was the first. I think in Washington State, but maybe also in the PNW to be printed on PET. So I'm the second. And this is fully recyclable plastic, and it's like really thick and durable. It's kind of like if you get like a thick water bottle, like plastic. So super durable, environmentally friendly, recyclable, and it's also like not super expensive to make. Like you'd think eco-friendly, it's usually a lot more expensive. Yeah. But we used a company in the Netherlands that gets like governmental like subsidies, I think.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like a win. So I'm super happy that we're doing that and like pushing for something positive and not just like throwing another vinyl record into the you know, pile. So yeah, I've been telling people like, even if you don't like my music, buy this to make a statement and like show people that that people do want to buy records that are like sustainable. So
like, I don't like Hannah Wyatt's record.
Seriously.
But I'm telling y'all right now, I could eat off this thing and it wouldn't scratch. All right? And we're going to do just that. Joe bringing the spaghetti. No. Oh, man. Hannah Wyatt.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm amazed she said yes. Shit. Grand old time in the space age.
Nice. So where's the spaghetti?
I know.
I'm hungry.
Oh, I don't want to see you on New Year's Eve, laughing up the bar the way you do. Find your way no farther down the alley. I'm trying not to hate people, but that don't include you. I heard the words you're throwing round my ears. You thought it better just to let it simmer, but I am not afraid of confrontation, dear. I hope your new outfit makes your head a little slimmer. Conversation. You saved it for the last day of the year. Figured you could not wear out my patience. With only 30 minutes left now till transgressions wipe clear. Oh, I don't want to see you on New Year's Eve, laughing up the bar the way you do. Find your way no farther down the alley. I'm trying not to hate people, but that don't